Hi guys, and thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to my channel, I'm Kat and I like to talk about true crime, conspiracies and all sorts of related things. Before we start with today's video, I do have another challenge for you. Are you ready for the next letter? The extra letter from my alphabet? Okay, so let's try today sh. 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 Like, what's the word? Şifonier. Şifonier. If you got it right, well done. You just said wardrobe. Şifonier. Wardrobe. Okay, let's start with today's video. I hope that you guys are not eating, and I honestly hope I don't need to go near a fridge anytime soon, although we might have to. Oh, seriously, I don't even want to know about any fridges right now. Please be warned that this video mentions instances of DV which led to death. Marvin Maddox was at work when he got a call from one of his friends who said his niece was dead or something was wrong with her. Hearing this, of course, the uncle drives at the address and knocks on the door, but no one is answering. So he kicks in the door and he sees his niece. This is not a sight that anyone should ever witness. Before we carry on, just a quick disclaimer. I don't mean any disrespect to anyone I talk about in the video. This is for educational purposes only, and all the information that I'm giving you is already found in the public domain. Thank you so much. Sherbert M. Maddox, nicknamed Strawberry, was born on 31st of January 1982 in Providence, Rhode Island. She always had a smile on her face, she liked to have fun, she would be the life of the party, she loved music and she loved to dance. Sherbert had 5 siblings, Manny, Dorothy, Nakia, Deshana and Marcus. She was a part of a big and loving family with many nieces and nephews. Sherbert also had a daughter called Shinique Maddox, which is a lovely name, just amazing. 53-year-old Nathan Cooper is Sherbert's ex-boyfriend. Now, their relationship wasn't the best because Nathan had violent tendencies with Sherbert in the past. At one point, they lived together at his home on Parkes Avenue. However, being separated, they stopped living together according to her family. Sherbert's uncle, Marvin, drives at the address after the phone call he received and he knocks on the door, but no one is answering. So he kicks in the door and he sees his niece there. No one ever expected to find what Marvin found. At this point, he calls 911. Investigators arrive at the Elmwood neighborhood home at around 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. According to Providence Police Detective David Lapatin, they found a bundled up bag in the fridge. They had no idea what was inside that refrigerator. They were previously given the information that probably there was a body in there. When they got inside, police found Nathan Cooper and took him in for questioning. Investigators obtained a search warrant for the house and they found Sherbert wrapped in several layers of types of saran wrap, which is the plastic food wrap, towels, blankets, and placed in a refrigerator upstairs. Detectives believe Sherbert was shot and killed sometime between Sunday, March 20th and Tuesday, March 22nd, when she was found. Investigators found a handgun and rifle inside the home, but they believe the handgun is what killed Sherbert. They suspect Nathan fatally shot 40-year-old Sherbert Maddox with a .38 caliber Smith & Wesson gun. 53-year-old Nathan Cooper was arrested by the Providence Police Department on charges of first-degree DV murder, possession of a stolen firearm, and carry pistol or revolver without license or permit. Authorities in Providence, Rhode Island said investigators discovered the body of Sherbert Strawberry Maddox at his Parkes Avenue residence on 22nd of March, where they believe her remains had been kept for several days after her death. Sherbert was shot before being wrapped in blankets and plastic and placed in the fridge, which was the same fridge that he used to store food in. Ugh. A video showed officers taking what appeared to be part of the fridge out of the home after Sherbert's body was discovered.
Family and friends outraged and devastated by the murder of 40-year-old Sherbert Maddox, who was found saran-wrapped in a refrigerator on Tuesday morning by Providence police. Her boyfriend, 53-year-old Nathan Cooper, was arraigned Wednesday in Providence District Court.
The tip that Marvin, the uncle, received indicated Sherbert was killed in that apartment. Like I mentioned previously, family members said that Sherbert didn't live in the home where her body was found. However, Detective Lapatin said that they actually lived there together. According to investigators, there were no previous reports to police of DV between the couple, but Nathan did have a history. None of the detectives Lapatin spoke to knew him. There were no domestic calls to that house, but some people are familiar with his name. Nathan Cooper has a long list of criminal charges dating back to 1989, including a number of assaults, drug charges, violations of no-contact orders, and DV charges, including domestic strangulation related to a previous partner. Nathan appeared for his arraignment on Wednesday, 23rd of March, but proceedings stalled when he cried and struggled to control his emotions in the courtroom. At one point, he couldn't compose himself enough to identify himself by name.
Your name for the record, please, sir? Can you get a moment, sir? Can we take him back for one moment, please? Yes, Your Honor. There's two guests in there.
Nakia Maddox Pikes, Sherbert's sister, couldn't contain herself in the courtroom and screamed at Nathan, accusing him of putting Sherbert in a freezer.
You fucking coward! Then you put in a fucking freezer, you fucking bitch! You fucking bitch!
Nakia flew in from Tennessee when she learned her sister had been killed, and she doesn't plan on leaving anytime soon. I promise I'm not going to leave this state and go back to Tennessee until something is done, she said. She never thought she would have to bury her older sister. I can never get my sister back, she said through tears. Nakia finds it hard to believe that Nathan Cooper acted alone, adding that others had to have been involved in her sister's murder and the attempted cover-up. I want the world to know that justice will be served for my sister, she said. You took a part of my family that we can never get back. Your day is coming. Nakia said her sister shouldn't be remembered for how she died, but instead for who she was as a person. What did you not like about her? Said Sherbert's daughter, Shiny Garnetto. She made you laugh when you were sad. She was always there. The events leading up to Sherbert's death remain under investigation at this time, but Nakia believes there is nothing that Sherbert could have done for Nathan to justify killing her. And rightly so, there's absolutely nothing that can justify someone killing another human being in this way. Detective Lapatin said that the motive for this murder could really be anything. A lot of people are saying that he was abusive to her, he was a very jealous person, and that might have been a part of it. It wasn't new for him to put his hands on her. I mean, guys, please, we all need to remember that this kind of relationships eventually, in most of the cases, would lead to this most heartbreaking end. Unfortunately, I think that this is what happened here.
This is what room 4C at District Court looked like a few hours ago. Family members absolutely furious at 53-year-old Nathan Cooper, the man accused of taking away their loved one earlier this week. In just 24 hours, a memorial for Sherbert Strawberry Maddox went from this to this. People came by to pay their respects after learning what happened, including Strawberry's cousin.
My mom called me this morning and let me know that her boyfriend killed her and put her in the refrigerator like a piece of steak.
Her cousin Charmaine Johnson wore this special shirt featuring Strawberry, and the victim's aunt left behind these special candles with her picture.
I'm a victim of domestic violence myself. She didn't deserve to die like that.
Providence police believed Cooper shot the victim, his girlfriend at the time, wrapped her up in plastic and placed her in a refrigerator in her apartment, The victim's family shouted down the defendant in court.
He's so devastated. If I got news that I lost one of my children, not only that, but then to be put in the refrigerator. So I just pray to the Lord that things get better around here.
Nathan killed Sherbert because he lost control. He probably did it in a fit of rage. At this point, there is no autopsy report being released, so we have no idea of the extent of injuries that Sherbert might have had. That would give us much more to be able to paint a picture. Strawberry's memorial doubled in size from Tuesday to Wednesday. There is a lot of pain and very few answers. Diane Johnson said she is a longtime friend to Strawberry's mother. Somebody lost their daughter, and for what, she said. There is no answer, and I just know and wish and pray that she is in a better place. Strawberry's cousin, Charmaine Johnson, learned about the tragedy on Wednesday morning. I hope she's in heaven looking down. I hope she's one of my angels, said Charmaine. Several people stopped by the memorial to honor Strawberry with candles, flowers, balloons, and more. She was a good person. She just dealt with a lot, said one family friend, but this wasn't the right way. She shouldn't have died like this. Her uncle said that everyone loved her. Strawberry was a mother, a sister, a cousin, and so much more.
We're hearing from one of the younger sisters of a 40-year-old woman police say was killed in Providence and found dead inside a refrigerator in a Parkes Avenue home. Police believe the man Sherbert Maddox was living with killed her. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie joins us live in studio now after speaking with Maddox's sister today. Alex?
Well, Shannon, Nakia Maddox told me she arrived in Providence after her sister's alleged killer, 53-year-old Nathan Cooper, was seen by a judge. The Tennessee resident says she doesn't plan on leaving until justice is served. Police say the body of 40-year-old Sherbert Maddox, known by close friends and family as Strawberry, was found in a horrific manner, wrapped inside plastic and towels inside a refrigerator. Her sister Nakia tells me it was their uncle who made the discovery.
Because somebody called my uncle and told him, hey, I think your niece is deceased or something's wrong with her. And my uncle came, ran and flew drive down here, and he knocked on the door and they would not open it for him, so he kicked in the door. And he seen his niece in there.
Police believe 53-year-old Nathan Cooper was responsible for Maddox's death.
And the fact that they left her like that, I could never get my sister back.
Through tears, Sherbert's younger sister Nakia told me she never thought she'd have to bury her sister.
You took a part of my family that we could never get back. Your day is coming.
Nakia is referencing Cooper, who police say Maddox was living with. What do you think happened between them?
I don't know. I don't have that answer.
However, Nakia believes more than one person had to be involved in her sister's death.
I want the world to know that justice will be served on my sister. Nobody had to do that girl like that. I don't care what she did. She did not have to go out like that.
Police stated that other charges were forthcoming, though it's not clear what those may be and if additional suspects will be part of those charges. Live in studio, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
Now, police say 53-year-old Nathan Cooper allegedly murdered Maddox, but her sister believes more than one person is involved.
12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie joins us now after an emotional interview with Maddox's sister. Alex?
Well, Shannon and Mike, police stated other charges are forthcoming, though it's not clear what those may be and if additional suspects will be part of those charges. But Maddox's sister, who lives in Tennessee, tells me she's not planning to leave Rhode Island anytime soon. Nakia Maddox told me she arrived in Providence after her sister Sherbert's alleged killer, 53-year-old Nathan Cooper, was seen by a judge to face murder charges.
And justice will be served. And I promise I'm not going to leave this state and go back to Tennessee until something is done the right way.
Nakia and Sherbert's godmother Eleanor aren't convinced Cooper, who police say Maddox was living with, is the only one responsible.
We're going to hide to one person, but I pressed it in I could do it. Nobody can do that. Nobody.
And the fact that they left her like that, I could never get my sister back.
Nakia told me her sister, also known to family and friends as Strawberry, should not be remembered for her death, but for her life as a loving and happy person.
She was always happy, smiling, laughing, having fun, always the light of the party. She loved music. She liked to dance. She liked to have fun. That's how I'm gonna remember my sister.
Now, Nathan Cooper, the suspect, was ordered held without bail during his arraignment on Wednesday. His next court date has not yet been set.
Nathan Cooper is being held without bail. Court records don't show whether or not he has entered the plea or when he is scheduled to appear in court. It's unclear if he retained legal representation. This is one of the very many cases out there involving DV, which leads to tragedy. I cannot stress, guys, how important it is if you or someone you know are in a DV relationship. Please leave. Just leave and ask for help. No matter how many times they will tell you they will change, they never do. Trust me, they don't. I was a victim of DV myself twice from 2 previous relationships, and they both said the same, that they will change, and I believed them every single time. When they came with flowers asking for forgiveness, I believed them. I forgave them and I stayed in that relationship, and it only got worse. So trust me entirely when I say they do not change. They will never change, and it's not your fault. Nothing is your fault. It's only his fault, and he will always try to make it seem like it's your fault, make you feel guilty, but it's never your fault. So please just leave, or if you can't leave, reach out to somebody. There are so many organizations, charities out there that can help, but it needs to be you who takes the step and gets the courage to leave. But please don't let it be too late. I'm going to leave information in the description below for anyone who needs contact details where they can get help. I will try my best to find a phone number for every country out there where you can call and ask for help. But please, don't keep changing your mind. Make up your mind, but the best decision you can take is to just leave. It will save your life. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please let me know what do you think in the comment section down below. Also, you can give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whichever way you prefer. Either way, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it also helps me and my channel out. Also, if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button, and also make sure you have the notification bell on so you are notified of any new videos I upload. Thank you so much for watching. For now, take care and stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.